start our recording. Awesome. All right, so welcome back, everyone. I'm just going to do my nice, lovely intro while we're doing our live show. But we are consecutively doing a live show as well here on the official IK Discord. We're going to be covering servers 19 through 28 today in our migration analysis video, and it's going to be pretty exciting. We're actually going to be unveiling a new spreadsheet too as well, which is going to be the kind of master spreadsheet that we will be using for any and all players in Infinity Kingdom that are ever looking to migrate out or looking for servers that they can migrate to. And this is going to be that nice one-stop shop. So again, you guys can find that in the description down below, and I believe we'll have that in the pinned comment of the video, along with anyone here who is tuning in to this kind of live recording that we're going to be doing. And kind of every 1 to 2 servers we'll pause to see if there's any questions from the listeners that we're able to answer. So let me go ahead and I'm going to break down now. We're going to start with, and for those of you that want, again, I'll be periodically checking in to the voice channel chat here on the Discord server. But if you want to follow along, I will be inputting the data in on the spreadsheet, which is going to be, I'll actually be doing that in real time. So anyone who wants to kind of watch as we do that, if you don't have accounts in the servers that I'm going to be covering, I'll still be talking about them and going over them. So let's start right now with server 19. So the first thing we always update on here, right, is obviously the date that we're updating it, right? We like to try and look at the number of active alliances that are in the server, and then we'll do a kingdom power as well, and then we'll show you the alliance power, and then we'll show you kind of what the distribution ratio is. So I always have to get my handy dandy calculator out, but let's look real quick at the rankings for server 19. So we got, oh wow, this is pretty intense here. Oh lord, there's 122 million for number 1. VRV, Vita Survived, is 106. So you got about what is that, 16 a 16 mil power gap. And then you have even a wider power gap at Red 2, which seems to be the Academy or Secondary Alliance for the number 1 alliance, at number 3 overall at 47 million, which, oh god, that's almost, what, 59 mil power difference? That's pretty steep. Then we get to the number 4 alliance, Org, 5 came, and they're at 33 and 31, so now you're getting to about a 14 mil gap, and then you start having the gap slowly come a little closer once you get at number 4 overall and then beyond. So given the amount of alliances we have right now and how old the server is, you know, I would probably say they have about maybe 3 to 4. I don't know, it's kind of hard to see. I mean, yeah, because the funny thing is, you could look at the number 7 alliance here in 19. They have 15.7 mil power, but they have 85 out of 120 spots. If we go up to the number 4 alliance, Org, at 33 mil power, right, they're double the number 7. They have 65 out of 140 players. So they have 20 players less than the number 7 alliance, though the number 7 alliance is less than half their power. So this is why when we're kind of gauging alliance activity in servers, right, we'd like to try and go off of how strong the alliance probably should be, right, on average when you're looking at free-to-play versus how many spenders could arguably be in an alliance, and then what the power is of them, right? So I would say at the moment there is probably 2 fully active alliances here, right, being Red and VRV. I would say Red 2 is probably more of an academy. Maybe there's new players there. Maybe if I want to say 2.5, but I'm just going to put them at a hard 2 because that's what I know for sure is there. Now, out of the active alliances, right, there is, let me see if I can shorthand this. Actually, I might come back and let's see how long this would actually take. So if we did 122, 341, 018. Okay, oh god, I'm just gonna have to do some big number punching here. Okay. So I'm gonna go hard on this, and I'm actually gonna punch all these numbers in so we can see what the actual distribution. Oh wow, my mouse is going a lot faster than I thought. Okay. Let's do plus again. Okay. And we might end up lowering this. Let me see here. What do we do? Plus. Oh, that was. Oh, I think I just did 15,000. So I have to do a couple more zeros. Let's do 15. mil. Okay, that actually looks a lot better. Now I feel better about my life. Okay. 5-9. So right now we're just entering in numbers for the top 20 alliances so we can see how this is going to work. Okay, we got 10 more. And essentially this is mainly to kind of look at what a power distribution would look like. I personally don't think that having 20 active alliances is out of a realm of possibility for any server. Do I think that it is going to be difficult to try and have that many alliances stay active for, you know, let's say a long period of time? I do. But do I think that that number of alliances could eventually come to fruition, you know, over a period of time? Yes. I think probably like doing something like a top 15 is probably a little bit more ideal. I like the idea of doing the kingdom distributions as far as a distribution ratio because it shows you what the average power player is at your median when you do something like this. Now, we might just do this for one server because it probably is going to take a little bit of time. Okay, so we just finished, and the total kingdom power we have for 19 is, what is this, 472,791, 472,791, and then we have, oh, where's my calculator? Where'd it go? 469. Okay. Okay, so we have our first in here. Now we're going to look at the alliance power for the top 5 alliances, right? And then we will divide based on that, and that should give us our ratio, so we can see. Yeah, always nice when people that know more about spreadsheets than me, without having to watch a tutorial, can help out. Okay, so 341249. Let's see, 341249, and we're entering this on our spreadsheet, which you can find in the voice channel chat in the event that you are just tuning in. And then we have 929. Okay, awesome. So this is what we have. Right now we're gonna, again, we will divide this by 472,791,469, and our ratio comes out to 0.72. Right, now keep in mind, the lower the number, oh god, why did it, oh hang on, that's because I have to do 0.72. Wow, interesting. Why is it not letting me do, no, I mean I actually want to do this number. Let's see, can I do 0.7? Why does it still go to 1? Interesting. I didn't realize. Let's do. Now I feel like I'm having difficulties here on my spreadsheet when it's supposed to give me decibels, but it's not. Well, we will have to figure that out then in an area that I don't know why it's doing. Oh, hang on. Maybe if I do 0.72. Okay, so the comma works, just not the decibel. Okay, I'm going to leave this here as such, just so it kind of shows, again, the comma as the point. But you have a 0.72 power distribution between the top 5 alliances in S19, right, and then the top 20 overall alliances, right? And we're getting that number by dividing the top 20 alliances into the top 5 alliances, or the top 5 alliances by the top 20 alliance power. Now, the lower this number, as we explained, right, the closer in power gap the average player is, right? An example of this would be, let's say you have like a 0.25 or 0.3 power distribution. Well, it probably means that if you were to take 100 players, right, most of these players are going to be, let's say, within, 20 or 30,000 power of each other. Whereas the higher the distribution, right, if it's 0.72, and again, this is just a very basic example, that maybe there's 70 to 80,000 power gap between them, as far as there being wider in the gap per player based on the overall amount that you have. So really, it's just a way to kind of show whether or not we keep it in. But then we have like the top 5 power players, right? So we'll look at this, right? Let's look at what the top 5 power players are for Lord Power, and this should be interesting. And maybe we'll just do this stat. from now on, just so it's not, it won't take too long to get through a lot of these. 181 945 1876 232 1817. All right. So the top 5 power player is 9 mil. Let's see here. 534. And then 180. Cool. So the top 5 power players make up that much power in the server. Now let's take a look and see if they have a Kingdom Declaration, right? Then maybe we'll take a look at a few other things as well. So let's see if they have a Kingdom Declaration set up. This is something I talked about in a pretty intense video. I hope they do. Welcome to the Condiment Empire. Okay, I'm going to go with no for an N because that's not helpful at all. Let's go to Alliance Declaration. So let's see what some of the active alliances have on their declaration boards. So number 1 alliance has we're all one big family, no hive, stay active. Okay, rules are no hive hits. Hive is categorized as 6+ castles together. Okay, follow directions by leadership. Okay. I mean, again, gives us some information. The number 2 alliance, revival of Vetus. You're welcome. Our number 1 goal is SVS. Let's work together. Okay. Number 3 alliance. Okay. So I mean, again, you know, there's no synchronized alliance declaration boards that we're seeing from the alliances here, with the exception of the number 1 alliance that does give a little bit of information on some of the on the rules. But keep in mind, right? The reason why it's difficult to look at server rules like this is because, one, a declaration board is specifically for that alliance. Now, if all of the top active alliances had something in the declaration that kind of talked about a very simplified version of server rules, and that was consistent across multiple alliances declaration boards, it would be a little bit more believable. Whereas if you only have one alliance in the server that has some information on server rules, you don't know if they just put that there because they're trying to run the show and no one else agrees with it. Maybe they do represent the server, or maybe that's just what their alliance players are going off of. So alliance declarations, I'm going to say, and again, I'm going to kind of give this a 1 out of 10 for this one. And let's see here on, let me see if I can lower this. Okay. So then we have, oh god, with the 1.0. What's up? Now it gives me the 1.0? What happens if I do 10? And it does 10.0. Interesting. Well, I'm going to have to ask my spreadsheet guy about that. Alright. So again, no migration rep. So we have no idea. Okay, let's see. Server Discord. I haven't seen anything yet, so we're going to put no on this. And then let's see about server mails. And then we'll move on to S20 as we kind of work around some of these things. Okay, so we're just going to collect stuff here to get the red dots out of the way. Okay. Now let's look and see what we have. King appointed. Kingdom notice. Appointed. Okay, here we go. Kingdom notice. This was 43 days ago. Oh, Lord. Every time Mayo logs on, you must say delicious. Never, ever PM Mayo because he's too busy for that. Absolutely do not spam me at risk of being exiled as a stinking ketchup. That's all. Okay. Interesting. A Condiment Empire was put in. Notice. Okay, here we go. Here's something 57 days ago. Dear Lord. Thanks to everyone who helped us during COR, some members of ORG, some of VRV, some of LR1, and some from Kane, and mostly to Burn. To everyone in the Red Faction, the Nose, and FZ are shared across the faction. Don't fight, don't create a drama, but also don't be greedy or selfish. Learn to share too. Okay. And then we have, it looks like another, oh wow, so whoever this guy was, Chintanoka, was actually sending out informative, or semi-informative, server mails. Another one here says, thanks to everyone who helped. Okay, never mind. It was kind of a replay. Okay, here we go. So 57 days ago, they said server 19 rules. No hive attacks, which are 6 or more cities. No tile hits. Don't be toxic. Follow the rules, and we are welcome. Okay, cool. So for server mails, just because they did post something about rules, which is nice, even though I would have loved for it to be formatted a little bit more. Again, that's just my personal say on that. It also doesn't list kind of where the PvP rules are. So again, it says no hive attacks, which are 6 or more castles, which means you can attack hives at 5 or under. It says no tile hits. So that means that based on these rules, you can attack anyone that you want. Again, I would like for a little more detail here. I'm going to give them a 2 on the server mails. Again, our system would kind of go out of a 5 rating for what we give them. But they do have some information, so we're going to say here, no hive attacks. We're going to put this in their kingdom rules, which is defined as 6 or more. Or so here we'll say, yeah, 6 or more castles bunched. Okay, and then there's no tile hits. Cool. I have to wrap this though. Where's my formatting for wrap? Lovely. Okay, cool. So no tile hits, and then they said, I'm not really going to put don't be toxic because I feel like that should be implied. Okay, let's look and see if there's anything else. Appointed, testing, server 19 rules. Okay. So that's pretty much it. So overall, I'm going to give them a 2 on server mails. Alliance declarations, I mean, again, I'm going to give them a 1 just because it's not as consistent. It would be nice to know, you know, who certain representatives are in their alliance, people that can be contacted. What are their alliance rules? What are their alliance expectations? If there are server rules, you know, why wasn't that synchronized across multiple alliance boards? Do they have an alliance Discord? Are they promoting the server Discord in their alliance, right? There's a lot of missing things, even though, right, there is a little bit of information. It's just not enough for me to really give it, because we're looking at all of the alliance declaration boards combined, not just one at a time. So let's go ahead and look at, oh God, I wonder, do we even want to look at Lord Honor? I guess we can. So, but I think overall it doesn't really, it's probably not going to give us the best insight. Again, migration rep, we don't see one, no one that could really be contacted. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and look at server 20, and we'll move on. I still have to figure out if I want to do something. Let me come back to the chat too as well, just to see if anyone has posted. Jess said format cell. Let me see here. Made it. Yeah, so I mean, again, I'm most likely going to have to go back through servers 1 through 18, just because we have with our new spreadsheet and kind of the new way that we're formatting, we're going to have to look at, we're going to have to re-input some data for that. But again, all the data that we put in is all based on what we're seeing in real time, so none of it can really be wrong, per se. Because it's all based on what we're visually seeing, either what has been written or what has not been written. I'm not really one to speculate on things that we're not able to pull some type of data from, or if we can't cross-reference information that brings us to a more concrete conclusion, that I don't really like to speak on those types of things. Sorry, Jess said format cell. Yeah, you know, if there's any tips on how I can get rid of the periods or something like that, that would be cool, where I could actually do like a full 0.72 something. I'll have to ask my buddy Pip on that, and if there's a way. Hey, can I, let me see on the spreadsheet, and then we'll continue here. We're at S20 right now. Awesome. Anytime I put in fixed. Okay, cool. I asked my spreadsheet guy if he can potentially fix that for me. That'd be lovely. All right, let's go ahead and we are going to take a look at S20 now. So again, we're going to put in our date that we are doing our breakdown for, and then let's look at, let's look at the number of active alliances. Yeah, and I'm debating, you know, we'll see. I'm debating if I'm going to skip the kingdom power and the alliance power for now. I'll definitely go back just because I know those are a little bit time consuming to punch in that data. And I also have to figure out if I want to keep going off of the top 20. I've actually thought about just doing the top 15 because I think that is a little bit more viable. And then still keeping the top 5 alliances overall, as that would kind of be like the top 3 in each server. Let me see if we can do that. 15. cool. Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll just go to a top 15 format. I think that is going to be a little bit more doable for us in the long run. And then the next thing I have to figure out is if I want to do something for honor. I'm not sure because, again, I feel like looking at the honor board after I did my last video isn't that indicative if there is truly, you know, whales or chaos on the server, unless you're seeing one faction that's overtaking the others, and the majority of those players have high honor, right? That could be something, but it also could be them protecting. Again, right, if we get males or anything like that, that gives us a little more indication, right, then we'll probably use that going forward. But let's look at server 20 right now, and let's look at how the power looks. So a little bit more distributed here. We have 63, looks like 64 mil, 56, 49. Then we get the first drop-off going from 3 to 4 at 29.7 mil. And let's see here. And then we have another drop-off at rank 6 to 7, which is about 8 mil, 8.4 mil drop-off. So I would say based on how the alliances look right now for this server, given like how much more stronger the other ones were, which probably just came into a lot of condensing, I would say this server probably has... Gosh, let me see what they have here at 4. Yeah, I mean, I would probably say 3. Like pure active alliances that they have. I mean, even if you look at number 2, 105.30, number 1, 113, 120, number 3, 73 out of 140, and then you get 78 out of 120. So I would say they have 3 active alliances here. So let's do that. And then for the top, let's actually see if we can do this a little faster. Right, so we have our top 15. I'm just going to punch this data in real quick, since I'm hoping that with my fast finger key typing, this might go pretty quick. So let's see what we can make happen here. So excuse the pause, as I am just enjoying punching in lovely data. So let's see here. All right, we made it to the top 10. We got now 11 through 15, and then we will do our distribution. Why do I feel like this is already not right? Okay, this is actually looking a lot better now. That I was able to put this in, looks like correctly this time. All right. Let's see. Okay, so that's our top 5. Yeah, because for some reason it was saying it's like 70,000 the entire time, and for some reason that just did not seem right to me at all. All right. All right, so we're at top 10. Now let's do 11 through 15, which is going to be the last 5. And I think this is going to be a lot better going off of looking at our distributions. So, and I don't know if Pip is doing something for me right now on there. Who's my spreadsheet guy? Okay, so we're at 33,9574. Awesome, okay. Now it's what, 674. Cool. Okay, so the top 15 alliance power is this, and this is actually pretty cool because it'll actually show you a deeper thing than what I've done before in some of my other data pools. I might even be able to do some individual videos on this too, which is really awesome. Okay, now let's look at the top 5 alliance power by itself, and then we'll do a distribution ratio divide to see how those look. You know what I'm thinking about it? To go faster next time, I will just pull the data when I do the first one and stop at the top 5 to collect, and then to go back, because I'm now just realizing that would have been faster. 322248. All right. Awesome. So now we have our data here. We're going to divide this now. Oops, I think that was still on. Oops. Okay, we'll divide this by our total, 339,574,674. Awesome. So the distribution here is let's go 0.66. Can I just do 0.66? I wonder, I don't know if Pip's here. Ah, okay, it's okay. Not a big deal if it doesn't. All right. I need to ask him if I can do alliance declarations for like a single number. All right, cool. Let me see if he can do that. Can we update the alliance declaration column to... Okay, awesome. So it looks like he fixed that. Sweetness. Now we're good to go on our next. Okay, so we looked at, now let's look at the top 5 players that we had. And again, we're going to go off Lord Power, and that's mainly just because troop power is only indicative of one troop and has somewhat of a hard cap onto it eventually. So now we're going to look at the top 5 player power in the server. Let's go 183. Oops. Let's do this. Okay, so this is 6904 735. Awesome. Okay, now let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other stuff that they have. Maybe we'll all work in something like alliance level eventually, because I'm sure that might be a factor as well. I wonder if I even want to look at that. All right, 10. No. Yeah, maybe eventually. Okay, so let's look at, again, let's look at Alliance Declaration. So we're going to take a look at, God, where am I going here? Server 20. Okay, so Server 20, do they have a declaration? Attacks against any gatherers, please let me know. Okay, so again, keep in mind, a declaration can list some of your server rules out, but they can also be an opportunity for you to, for example, talk about like who your migration rep is, right? Who is someone that you can contact if you are interested in that server. So for a kingdom declaration, I'm gonna give them like, I'll say, attacks against gatherers, please let me know. I don't really think that is anything, but if I had to rate this kingdom declaration, right? Oh God, I'm probably just gonna give it a 1. Can I even give these things ratings? I can? Awesome. Oh, man. Okay, here we go. Kingdom declarations and alliance declarations. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Can we do the same for kingdom declarations, please? Awesome. Okay, so we're going to fix that. I love how we're doing some real-time editing while we're going. I'm also coming back to the voice channel chat as well. Oh, thanks, Jess. Yeah, I think Pip is fixing that for us right now. So, okay, now let's look at the Alliance Declaration. So a little bit of information, but it's more like, okay, if someone attacks gatherers, that doesn't really tell us anything, right? It would be better if they just said, do not attack gatherers, or gatherers are not allowed to be attacked. Okay, so now let's go back and look at Alliance Power. So let's look at the boards. Let me see. NRP has New Resin Power NRP. We are the Rage and Power. Okay, so they have allies listed. That's nice. Interested in allegiance, contact the R6R5. See, the challenge with saying contact the R6R5 is that in an Infinity Kingdom, you cannot look at an alliance's member list. Right? If they change that in the future, that would be awesome. Otherwise, you need to write out the name for how you can type it, right? And that's because if people have special characters in their names or some kind of weird format, that will not work when you type the name in. If, for example, you were to go to your messages and then you go to the top left corner where it has the plus sign and it says personal chat. Right, you can only search Lord names in your native language based on how the words or the characters are written. Right, in a vanilla kind of unformatted or unmodified way. So that's just something to keep in mind. Now with that, it just says inactive people are not welcome here. Okay, well that's nice and mean at the same time. Okay, so next alliance says donate to research, participate. They have a minimum troop power. Okay, that's nice. NAP, they list some alliances here. They have a recruiter that's listed. That's nice. Right, so I like this, but at the same time, where's the synced information across the alliances, right? Blue Warden's currently not recruiting. They're currently not recruiting, but they're 73 out of 140. That seems to be going backwards to me, possibly. Requirements: be active, be respectful, no drama, obey the rules. Okay, what are the rules? We don't know. For negotiations or diplomacy, please. Okay, I like that. They have a diplomacy rep that they have listed. Now, the thing I'm always going to say about alliance declaration boards, a portion of them needs to be synced across all alliances, or at least, you know, a top set of alliances at minimum, right? Because again, keep in mind, you're never going to be able to get or you may not be able to get every single alliance on board, but you can at least try with some. I mean, even if I just saw 2 alliance boards here that were synced, that would be enough for me. So what I will say is I do like how some of these boards do give some information. More than what we saw in 19. For that, I'm going to give them a 2, right? In order for me to probably give someone a 3 or a 4, I mean, I'll be honest, there would have to be some level of synchronization going beyond. Now, let's look at, is there a migration rep listed? Okay, so let's take a look at some server mails and see if there's any information. Of course, ideally, this really should be in your server's declaration, but it's not from what we saw. But we still will at least see. The reason I say that is, keep in mind, I'm actually just going to go with I'll hold off on that. Let's see if they sent out any mails. So 46 days ago, okay, we got some French speaking. Hello, everyone. Have fun. Enjoy your holidays. Play in life. Well, okay. I really appreciate the information. 50 days ago. Hello, everyone. Your new king is speaking. Wow. I mean, we didn't know that you were the new king who sent out the kingdom mail. All right, let's keep going. 66 days ago. All right, we got some English. Lovely. Again, I would have been fine if they just expanded more, even if we're translating. King Chrissy said, thanks everyone for a lovely COR. Let's continue to uphold our 2 golden rules: no tile hitting and no attacking other castles. No tile hitting and no attacking other castles at an active spider. Other than that, let's have fun. Okay, so this gives us some information about what S20's kingdom rules are, right? So what are they right now? They are no tile hitting. Okay, so we're going to put that down. No tile hitting. And then we're going to put down and no attacking other castles at an active spider, right? So we'll say Titan Tula, is safe. Okay. Yeah, or actually here, we'll just say no attacks at Titan Tula. Okay. Right, so that's what we know right now. Let's see if there's anything else. 84, notice. Okay, so really nothing, right? So only a few mails, only one mail that has some information. Okay, so because they at least gave us some information on some rules in the server, I'm gonna give them a 2, right? If they didn't and it was just them talking about, hi, I'm the king, bow down to me, you probably would have got a 1. But I'll give you a 2 because you did give some information. Now, is there a server Discord? We're gonna say no. Why? Because, or actually, you know what? I'll give the question mark because we don't know, right? They didn't list anything. Migration rep. We don't know who the migration rep is, right? So if somebody wanted to come to the server, right, who do they contact? We don't know. Okay, Kingdom Declaration, we're going to say no. All right, so that kind of rounds us out for 20. Let's move over to 21. And let's see how that looks. And then as I'm going over, I'm going to come back to the chat to see if there are any questions. Man, this is good stuff. I'm surprised more people aren't interested in getting information on how we do this. Wow. Oh, man. What can I say? what can I say? This is it, man. This is the good stuff that people really should be wanting to care about. At least if you care about keeping your server alive and active, or even contributing to how you can, especially if you are someone who likes playing there. Okay. Now let's go ahead. Let me see if there's any questions for anyone that asked anything. Okay, doesn't look so. All right, let us go ahead and continue. So we are, let me see how long we've been going for if I need to speed this up a bit. Oh my god, I'm at 35 minutes and we've only done 2 servers? Jeez. Okay. Let's go ahead and do, where am I at, 21? All right. So we're on server 21. Let's take a look. Okay. Alliance is a little more healthy. I'm going to say 3 active alliances here off the bat for 21. Yeah. I mean, just because of how steep the drop-off is here from the... Okay, so it looks like an Academy Alliance, right, that they're running. Maybe it's active, maybe it's not. But just given the gap of power... Right, unless all these players are just brand new or they're just joining given how old the server is already, I would say they, even though I like that they have 1 alliance in each faction, this is great. Even if they're just down to 3 alliances, I'm still going to say 3 full active alliances based on what we're seeing right now. All right, now comes the deep dive on data. So bear with me a moment while we punch numbers in real fast. And then we will talk about the gaps that we're seeing, as some of the numbers are actually pretty high, which is nice. There's 106, 98, and 82 million for the top 3 alliances. Awesome. Okay, we're at the top 10. We got 5 more alliances to go. Oh, I forgot to do the thing I wanted to do, which was the moment I input the top 5 alliance power, I can document that, and then I don't have to go back and do it again. But I did forget, unfortunately. All right, here we go. So this one is 416. Wow, this is actually pretty cool to look at too as well when you're looking at like how strong the servers are for their top 15. 329651. Yeah, this is actually cool. We'll actually be able to see like how strong all the servers are together. I might do a separate video on this. Man, this is pretty cool. All right, now let's go back and we're gonna look at the top 5 alliances. Well, the only way I could really do this is I'd have to go through like every alliance and do them in one video because it needs to be real-time data. So maybe not. All right, let's do 976. Okay, awesome. So this comes in at 342417. Nice. And then, what do I have? 761. Okay, now we're going to do this divided by... Okay, so we have 0.82. All right. Now let's look at the top 5 strongest players in the server. All right, here we go. What's the 793? Only if I was able to memorize more than just a few numbers at a time. That'd be great. 141, all right. Awesome, okay. So their distribution right now for server 21 is at 0.82, the highest so far out of 19 through 21. And then we have the top 5 player power, which is actually stronger than server 20 at 7.793 million. Okay. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Kingdom Declaration and see if they have anything set up there. All right. Hey, everyone. Happy Friday. To be fair, it's Tuesday. I was asked by a buddy to say something special, so laundry dishes, muddy boots, and there's your dirty. Okay, I'm just going to say no Kingdom Declaration, and let's go into Alliance Declarations and see how those go. This should be even, I'm sure, more interesting. Okay, so we're going to start with the number 1 alliance. Welcome to the Smurf family. Let's build our village. That doesn't tell me anything. Okay, number 2 alliance looks nice. Hello, we are an international alliance of experienced and active players. Rank is given according to march power and contributions. Minimum requirement, R1 probationary, R2 active low members, R3 80k march, R4 120k, R5 the most awesomest. Okay, so this is better. Still could be some improvements here. Again, I like how they at least have an R1 through R5 rank listed. They kind of give some general, like a general broad 2 sentences on the alliance, but still, there is some formatting here. I'd like to know who some of these specific officers are. Do they have an alliance Discord? Is there a server Discord? Do they? Now let's look at the number 3 alliance. They have R1 is silent, R2. Okay, then they just have R2, R3, R4 troop power requirements. Let's look at the number 4 alliance. This is an academy. Hi, howdy, we're an academy school of cool. That's fantastic. Come mix and mingle. All right. All right, so really nothing more informative. Okay, so based on alliance declarations, given there was only 1 alliance that had a little bit of information and nothing else, I'm going to give them a 1. Okay, migration rep. Most likely we don't know. Server Discord, most likely we don't know. Let's take a look at server mails. Okay, let's see here if there's anything. I actually haven't logged into these accounts for a while, shockingly. Okay, first, okay, there was a declaration 4 days ago. That was the Happy Friday, but it's Tuesday. Okay, 10 days ago. It's over 200,000. Okay, maybe they're just talking about COR. 10 days ago, someone said for the Horde. That doesn't really help anything. All right, here we go. 31 days ago. For S20, we finally get some kingdom rules, which stay... only 3 server rules. Okay, so we have don't hit tiles. No tile hits. Oops. Okay, so we have no tile hits. 5 days peace and 2 days war every week. Wow. Okay. Interesting. 5-day peace. 2-day war every week. And their 3rd rule, and their most important one, is don't be a bleep. Okay, cool. Seems kind of nice. Okay, next, let's see if there's anything else here. So they definitely have sent stuff out as far as declarations, but I feel like he's reading, I feel like I'm getting quotes from the Bible. I'm not sure what's happening here. All right, we're going to look at a few more of these. Okay, just another message on server rules. All right, and then, okay, so that looks like pretty much it. I mean, nothing else. Okay, I'm just reading something else. Thank you for everyone who helped. COR, everyone. If you see Sorensen, say hello. Okay, so here we go. Sunday and Monday after, every Sunday and Monday after confirmation from the council, there will be honor farm days. On every kill event, zeroing is allowed, but no tile hits. Rule breakers have 3 strikes. Okay, so again, this is posted 59 days ago. We had to go that far back to get some server rules for S21. So let's do this. So that means Saturday, I'm sorry, every Sunday and Monday. Okay, so we're going to do this. Every 2 days, oh, hang on, every 2 days is war. So we're going to do this. This is Sunday and Monday. Awesome. Let's do a little text wrap. Okay, and then there was another rule they had here, which is kill event. What do we have for kill event? Can attack cities. Kill event can attack cities. Okay, cool. We'll just say kill event can attack cities. Awesome. So again, we got some more server rules here. Is there? How are we going to rate the server mail? So I'm going to give them a 2. Again, because they did list out server rules, but that was pretty much it. There really wasn't anything else out of other important things they could have listed out for how the server is functioning beyond that. But I am happy that they did list out some rules, so that is nice. Okay, now let's go ahead and take a look at S22. All right, let me come back to the Discord to see if there's any other questions people are asking. Oh, wow, so we actually have a few more people that are tuning in. Welcome, welcome. We are using the voice channel chat for anyone that wants to type if you have a question you want to ask. Again, we are kind of doing our server migration analysis. I'm recording this, and this also will be going up on my YouTube channel after we finish. We're currently looking at server 22, and you guys can also find a link in the voice channel chat for our master migration sheet. That will also be listed there. Let me see here. Discord channel link. You know what? It shouldn't be. I don't know who put that one in. Let me do this, though. I can actually... Thanks for letting me know. I think I have another one. Yeah, let me see if I can copy this one. Okay, here, let's try this. This might work. Okay, hang on, let me edit. The text is... okay, yeah, try that. That should work now. I believe so. Hopefully it does. I just edited it out. All right, now we're going to take a look at, let me see here. Is there a video on this? Like, instead of listening, we're able to watch, yeah, like a video live stream. So we may end up doing that. I'll be honest, if I do that, I probably would have to do it on my YouTube to actually do the live stream where I'm sharing my screen. Awesome. No, happy to hear, Jess. So yeah, that has been something that I've talked about with the IK team, just because with this type of a video, it's a little bit more interactive because we're more visually showing things while we're talking. And again, not everyone has access to the server. So that's one of the reasons why I'm trying to be as detailed and as specific as I can. And mainly, players can follow along by clicking on the spreadsheet link. And again, for anyone that's just tuning in now, I know you have to scroll up a little bit, but I'll repost it here in voice channel chat, which is just a few channels above this channel, or this stage channel, which is at the bottom of the channel lists. But if you click on the spreadsheet, you're more than welcome to save this as well. I'm actually going to be going back through servers 1 through 18, and I'll be updating this spreadsheet, so we'll have 1 through 20, if I can count correctly, 1 through 28 done. And this is something that, again, if you want to send to players, if you're a player yourself, if you represent a group, if you represent an alliance, a group of alliances that are interested in migrating out, or looking for servers that they can migrate to, this is basically going to be your one-stop shop for everything migration related, which is, in my opinion, amazing, because there's no other kingdom builder that does this type of data collection for you, the players, for you, the community, given how robust and thriving a migration ecosystem is for people, for any amount of players, groups or full alliances that are looking to migrate to another server. This type of data and this type of information is exactly what you need to know, at least on entry level, right? Because keep in mind, the data isn't supposed to be extremely detailed, but it is supposed to give you a snapshot overview and give you information on, oh, okay, these few servers look like they're okay. Let me contact the migration rep. Let me make an account here to get a little more information. That's really what this is supposed to give you, is a little bit of information on the servers, and then put you in touch with the appropriate people, right? So it's community sourced. It really is by the community for the community, even though I'm the one who's plugging the data. So, but yeah. Anyways, let me go ahead and come right back to where am I at right now? Server 22. Awesome. So we'll put in the date that we're doing this. Awesome. Let's look at the number of active alliances. Okay, so this is actually a little bit better. I like this. S22, I think, has more than 3. Right? Power breakdowns from number 1 down to 5 is 58 mil, 54. That's good. 40 mil, only a 14 mil gap. 39 and 37. And then we'll have our initial drop at around 23 mil. So I think that is pretty good. Yeah, I want to say they have 6. Oh, God, I really want to say they have 6 active alliances, because it looks really good here. Let me see. Yeah, I'm pulling a little bit more 95, 120, 118, 130. Yeah, so it's... Oh, I don't know. I'm now thinking maybe 2 or 3. Like, there's a 14 mil power gap between number 2 and number 3. The challenge is that if you look at the player capacity, starting with the number 1 alliance, which is GWE here in S22, they have 118 players out of 130. Then you get to the number 2 alliance, that's 95 out of 120, so it's dropping about 20 players. And then you get to the number 3 alliance, and they're at 82 out of 130. Number 4 alliance is 86 out of 130. And usually at this point with how old the servers are and what I'm seeing, let's take a look at alliance level. Okay, so a lot of these alliances are actually pretty high in level. Let's look at faction power. Faction power usually is what's going to indicate who is still actively going out and capturing cities, and then how do the rates look. So NFG and Air, 4,000, and then 1,500 from them. So I'm going to say, wow, which is really interesting, because NFG has a lot of faction power. Let's see here. And GWE has 900 faction power, even though GWE is the number 1 alliance. God, that is really weird. Okay, so I'm going to say they have 3 active alliances just because the faction power is indicating at least a little bit more. So we're going to do that. Now let's go ahead and do some super deep number crunching fastness here, which I know usually is the part that we're always trying to do at least the quickest. So excuse me if I pause or if I go silent, as I am just trying to finish punching these. Oh, hang on, I got my top 5. Whew, I remembered this time. Nobody reminded me. How dare all of you? Okay, let's look. 735, 465. Okay. Okay, so that rounds out our top 5 power. Great. Okay, so we just finished our top 10. Now we're just going to do our last 5. Okay, that gives us our top 15 alliances, 37414. Awesome. And again, for any of you guys who want to follow along, I am inputting all this data in real time on the spreadsheet while I talk about it. So that might be a little more helpful in the event if it is. And again, a link to the spreadsheet can be found in that voice channel chat. So now let's look at what the player distribution ratio is for... Oh, wow. So this is... Wow. So this is 0.58. This is actually pretty good. This is the best that we've seen so far for what we're looking at power distribution, right? Again, keep in mind, the lower the number, the more balanced the server is, and that usually comes in the form of alliance power balance along with player power balance, right? Like, you don't have so many, like, it's not like the top 50 players, the top 100 players are all spenders and everyone else is, like, everyone's a heavy spender and everyone below that's free to play, right? That would be an example of, like, a potentially imbalanced server when it comes to player average median power. Okay, now let's look at the top 5 players off Lord power. Here in the server. So we have 1, 3... Okay, awesome. So top 5 player power for server 22 is 5.69 million. All right, awesome. So now let's look at their kingdom declaration. The good thing is that a lot of these servers are already old enough for migration. That's mainly who we're covering for the most part, right? Eventually, we really want to cover servers that, one, are open for migration or are about to be open for migration, right? But we really want to look at where servers are closer to like that 75 to 90-day mark, because that's more of an indication on how that server is going to look if you go there, right? There's really no point in us doing like a migration analysis for a server that's 2 weeks old, because they're still extremely high on activity, right? You want to do an analysis of servers once they hit or are very close to migration, if not after they're open, because then you get a more accurate indication of how that server is and how they are set up to last if you were to go there. Okay, let's look at declaration. Long live NFG. We're going to go with no declaration. Thank you for making that easy. Okay, unfortunate. Now let's look at some of the alliance declarations from... Okay, let's start with GWE. Okay, this looks like it's German. We are looking for active friendly players on nationalities. If you have questions, please contact R5 or R6. You can't contact an R5 unless someone posts. So again, no information, unfortunate. Declaration for the number 2 alliance. Hello to everyone we are recruiting. Okay, so really nothing there. The number 3 alliance, NFG, is open for recruitment. Okay, they did mention a player name, or 2 player names here, which is nice, but no information. Number 4 alliance. This is written in Spanish. Requirements to join: be hyper, donate, lead R6, doesn't matter what power you have. Okay, so a little more information, but for the most part, nothing really informative. Let's look at the number 5 alliance. Have you forgotten? Starts with BA, war join, welcome warrior. Okay, so basically I'm going to give their alliance declarations a 1. Nothing really informative. Okay, now let's look at some server mails and see if they have any here. Okay. Okay, so there's a server mail posted 3 days ago, and it says, anyone who opposes NFG will be crushed. Fantastic. That is exactly the type of server slash kingdom mails that we need to instill confidence in and retention, player retention. Okay. Long live NFG. Wow, they're just going hard here with the... Okay. Bless all mugs, especially Grimpo, because... Okay, I'm not going to read that. All hail God King, the keeper of peace. All right. And again, this is going back 44 days, so nothing informative has been posted yet. 49 days ago, blame Canada. Okay, I'm not sure where we're going with that. All right, 55 days ago, hate knows no boundary, anger can be released. All right, I feel like they're just attempting to quote things online. Okay, 65 days ago, a longer mail. Okay, never mind. It looks like a Tinder ad that was posted in a Kingdom Mail format. Okay, I didn't realize we were doing the Datapalooza this early. Wow, we're quoting sonnets now, it looks like. 65 days in. All right, now we're going 60. Okay, I'm just going to wrap this up and say we're 67 days in. Okay, nothing informative at all, except interesting stuff. So again, no migration rep that we know of. No server Discord that we know of. Server mails, we're going to give you a 1. Kingdom rules, we're going to give you a question mark. We have no idea what the kingdom rules are. Okay, that was pretty quick. Now let's go to server 23 and take a look there. And then I'm going to come back and look at the voice channel chat in case anyone did post or have any questions. Again, please feel free. If you are a current member of the server, you are more than welcome to raise your hand if you want to ask a question over voice. If you're a visitor or a new member, we just will not be taking your question, but at least over voice. But if you would like to ask it in voice channel chat, you are more than welcome to, and we're happy to answer it. And again, that goes for anyone that is here while we're going through each server and then pausing in between. You are more than welcome to ask a question in the voice channel chat if you'd like. Let me see. Creepy Gamer has his hand up. Let me go ahead and invite you, Creepy Gamer, if you have a question you'd like to ask. Okay, no, I will just dismiss the question, but you're more than welcome to raise your hand again when you come back, or again, type that in the voice channel chat. Okay, let's go back. And again, for anyone that wants to keep up, the spreadsheet link is posted in voice channel chat. You're more than welcome to save this. You can post it in your server Discord and your alliance's Discord, again, or even if you know anyone that's looking for places that they can go and migrate to. Again, we're going to be updating this data a good amount today. It should be going from up to server 28, and we'll be refilling in the data from 1 to 18 once we do finish the show. Let me see where I'm at now. Oh god, 59 minutes. I need to hurry. I'm only like 4 servers in. Intense. Okay, now let's look at server 23. All right, so we have, oh yeah, this is Jade. This is Jade's server. Okay, so we're at 104, 102, 80, 67. So again, right, a little stronger and higher powered here for this server. Okay, based on the numbers we're seeing right now, I'm going to say they have 6 active alliances. Because they have, it starts off at 104 mil, 102 mil, and then we get to 80, 67, 62, 60, and then you have the next big drop off at 60 to 21. But if you're looking at the alliances from 4 to 5, most of them still have above, it looks like 125, 129 players out of their cap, with the number 2 and then the number 1 alliance being near max capacity. So again, a little bit more of an indication that these alliances are more active. You can even see that from the alliance faction boards, which the top 6 alliances have 500 points or more. Number 7 has 70 points or less going down. So just more of an indication that they do have 6 active alliances. Okay, now we're going to put our date here for doing the data pool. And then we're going to go ahead and take a look now at grabbing the top 5 alliance data, and then we will move on. And again, if anyone has a question, please feel free. You are more than welcome to ask that, as I said, in the voice channel chat or in between server changes when I do pause for a moment to look. Oh, wow, this is pretty strong. 416921. All right. All right. Awesome. So we got the top 5. Now let's look at 6 through 10. This should hopefully give us a little bit more of an indication. All right, finish 10, and we look at our last 5, and then we'll have our average kingdom power here for S23. Okay, 594, 654. Alright, awesome. So let's see what their distribution ratio looks like for server 23. Okay, so we're looking at 0.7. So actually okay. Right, a little high, but not the end of the world. Let's look at Lord Power now for this server on their top 5 players. Okay, wow, almost the strongest that we've seen so far. Yeah, they're at 8.92 mil, which, again, the strongest top 5 players in a server is in S19 at the moment from what we saw. All right, let's go take a look at their Kingdom Declaration and see what they have there, and then we'll round out the males and try and see if we could wrap this one up a little faster. Okay, here we go. So Kingdom Declaration. Okay, we're going to go with yes. It looks like they do have some information here. Sorry, not yes. Let me go with a rating. It says the only exception to attack at RSS tiles on others' territory, any smaller alliance not holding territory is to be welcome. I feel like some people don't know that the Kingdom Declaration is really for how other people are viewing your kingdom when they're looking around and checking to look at migration information. I also feel that they need to improve the declaration limit because I think it's at 500 characters. It'd be nice if they could double that to 1,000. You could put a little more information there. So they said the only exception to attack at RSS tiles on others' territory. I feel like the wording there is confusing me as I'm reading it. Any smaller alliance not holding territories to be welcomed in their colors territory. Your R5, R6 should be able to help clear up any questions and let me know if I've missed something. The only exception to attack at RSS tiles on other territories. I'm going to be honest, I'm not really fully understanding that, even if I attempted to try and discern or read between some lines. So what I will say is I'm going to give them a 1 just because they do have some information here, some information. But I just don't think it's enough for me to give anything more than that. Okay. Now let's look at alliance declaration boards for the alliances here in 23. Let's start with the number 1 alliance, Jade. They have allies listed. They have an NAP listed. Okay. Let me see. Number 2 alliance has allies listed. They have an NAP listed. Nothing else. Same thing for number 3. Oh god, I'm seeing a trend. Oh, finally, here we go. The number 4 alliance has must be hyperactive. Let's war. Family, allies, and enemies says never mind, it's kind of the same. The number 5 alliance. Okay, number 5 alliance with some structure. Oh, but Jesus, thank you. Okay. So theirs is listed as... And here, I'll actually give an example of this. Let me see if I can screenshot this as well. I'm sure that'll help. As I'm just kind of going through my talks here. Okay, let me come back. I'm going to post this in voice channel chat in case anybody wants to take a look. But again, an example of a little bit better of an alliance board, right? Where you have diplomacy, right? It says for the family, right? That's the alliance. And then you have an NAP, allies are listed. And then you have rank, right? Now, I don't know if these are just the ranks of like how they're defining it, because it's kind of a... I feel like this is like a Naruto / Ninja Shinobi style ranking, but at least they have something. Could it be better? Yes, of course, but at least something. I think because there's no synchronicity or synchronization across declaration boards, and there's really no relevant information, I'm going to give them a 1 here. A migration rep, probably not. We don't know. Server Discord, probably don't know. So let's go ahead and take a look at server mails. Right, let's see what they have sent out here. Okay, so it looks like declaration was edited a day ago. And this was sent out by QQ. There was a notice. R6 chat has voted this new rule in at reset yesterday. Alliances are now allowed universally to defend their territory tiles from others gathering there. Okay, so basically it's only farm on your tile. Or only farm on in your controlled district is essentially what it is. So we'll say farm only on your alliance's territory. Okay. So that's one rule. Let's see what else they have. If there's anything else. Leaders have voted in a new server rule effective at reset today. Oh dear God. Okay, I'm going to give a piece of management tip here. You need to allow server rules at least 24 hours to marinate. And posting this declaration, which was posted at 18:08, that's less than 6 hours before reset, is not the way to invoke a new server rule. Right? At minimum, allow 24 hours before you apply a server rule, but you can give people information on what the rule is going to be and give them time to adjust, right? You're not going to go out in the real world and tell everyone that they need some kind of new vaccine or, for example, if there is some new government rule that's being put into place and you only have 5 or 6 hours to abide by it. No, they're going to give it to you nice and slow and hopefully with plenty of notice, or at least as much as they can. All right, now let's go back and look at when was the last mail. Looks like 28 days ago. Okay, looks like just congratulations for Blue Kingdom. 49 days ago. Wow, man, there's a lot of stuff here. Okay, S23 City Management. All right, this is nice. This is like the first Kingdom mail that we've seen that has been somewhat relatively organized to an extent. I'll actually show this as well in voice channel chat. This might actually be the first one that I've seen organized like this across the 29 servers that I actually have looked at. So let's post this. I'm going to post this in voice channel chat just as examples. And you can see here, right, that they listed out agreed on, right, by these alliances. Red and blue are going to manage these provinces. Green will manage these provinces. And then province remains multi-faction. So, again, they're splitting it up, but at least they're telling you, right, what is happening. So I do appreciate that. Let me see. Then they had another mail 56 days ago for kill event rules. Okay, I don't know what the rules are, though. That would be nice to see. Okay, so for COR, they allow castle attacks, it looks like. So let's see here. Oops. What are we doing here? Okay. Okay, so we'll do COR can attack players. In/bordering FZ. Okay, cool. So we got some more information here on how they go about doing their rules. Let's see if there's anything else additionally here. Okay, so they have some relic attack information. I'm curious if they have anything here on... Oh, they don't. Wow. Okay, so 68 days ago looks like to be the last mail that was sent. All right, so now let's go ahead and check out server 24. I'm going to come back and take a look as well. Server mails. So because they did post some information, I'm going to give them a 2. They did post some server rules, which was nice. I would have liked to see a little more information, but again, there just wasn't enough more. So we're going to look at 24 now. This will be our 6th server, and we got 2 more left. Thankfully, I put this down not that much. Or I'm sorry, we're going to 28 or 27? Yeah, we'll see. So I think we're doing 8 or 9. Let me come back to Discord to see if there's any questions anyone has in the voice channel chat. No? Let's see if there's any hand raises. All right, so a few people here. Okay, Suicide has a hand up. Let me go ahead and call on you if you have a question. Okay, we can always come back. Let me see. Pump has a hand up. Let me go ahead and call on you, Pump.
Hello?
Hey, Pump, how's it going, man? Do you have a question?
I don't have a question.
Okay, sure, no problem. Let me just go ahead and I'm just going to send you back to the audience. If you do end up having one, then please just let us know. You're more than welcome to ask. All right. Let me see here. Oh, let me see. Suicide raised his hand and has a question. All right, awesome. All right. No, thanks, Suicide. I really appreciate it. Again, if you do have a question for anyone that would like one, please feel free to go and post that in the voice channel chat. Be more than happy to answer that for you. All right. We're taking a look now at... Oh, God, where am I? Server 24. Yes. Awesome. Okay. So we're looking at server 24 now. Let me just update the date here. And, all right, let's look at how many active alliances are in server 24. So the spread is a little wide. It starts with 66 mil, 47, 34, 32, and 24. So pretty steep. There's about a 19 mil gap from 1 to 2, and then a 13 mil gap from 2 to 3, and then it starts getting a little bit closer. So we'll see here. I want to say maybe the top 2 alliances seem to be... I don't even know. Oh my God, it almost looks like only 1 alliance is really active here. I'm just going to say 2 for server 24 based on how it looks. So let's go ahead and do some quick number crunching. As usual. I think the reason that the overviews are taking a while is because if I did the number crunching before, which I'll probably do that in a future video, then I'm sure that part would go a little bit faster. Alright, 205.376. And then a 196. Awesome. Yeah. Too bad I can't get my buddy, oh, never mind, that's Kalari. Man, sorry, I thought it was Ullivan for a sec. I was gonna say, man, too bad I can't get him to write me up some script or something. Alright, let's look. Okay, awesome. So we did the top 5, we plugged that in. Let's look at the next 5 going up to the top 10. Awesome, so we did 10. Let's finish out with the last 5, 11 through 15. We're just going to pull the power data on those alliances, and then we will be good. Okay, awesome. So it looks like we got our set, 299043. And then 682. Awesome. Okay, now let's look and see what our power distribution looks like in server 24. Okay, so we're at 0.69 is going to be their distribution. Now let's look at the top 5 lords in the server. And again, we're always going off lord power. As we mentioned before, the reason we do this is because Lord Power is a more accurate indication of how strong an actual player is based on the visual data that we're able to pull from servers from looking at marches. Now, we could do it a different way if we mainly wanted to go off of troop power, for example, but again, troop power is not the, above all that we're looking at when it comes to how strong a player could be. Because you could pull data from Arena, but the problem is that if you pull data from Arena, you're only going off troop power, right? It's not accounting for right, you're not able to see what the power looks like for Academy techs, the power increases as well that you're getting from VIP. Well, it may passively apply to VIP as well. But at least with Academy tech, that's something that it wouldn't account for. So that's one of the main reasons why we like to go off Lord Power. Okay, 5664. Oops. Okay. Awesome. So now let's go ahead and look at some kingdom declarations for the server. Yeah, and this is going to be server 6. Yeah, so we'll do 2 more, and then we'll probably call it. So this server is 173 days old. Kingdom declaration, difficult period. If you kindly invite you to join. Okay, so nothing really informative. So you have something, but it's just not really anything. So yeah, I'm gonna give you a 1. Give you a 1. Okay. Now let's look at alliance declaration boards and see how those look. So we're Dragon Hunters, one big family. Reward sharing is fair and transparent for details, contact. Okay, at least they have a contact person, which is nice. It looks like they have a minimum requirement here of T3 troops 300k, even though it doesn't say requirement or min rec. They have leaders listed, which I'm hoping are names, so at least some contact information here. Okay, so alliance declaration boards, I'm going to give a 1. Again, nothing really was said, unfortunately. So now let's look at server mails and see what they have listed there. Okay, so first mail was sent 67 days ago. Wow, it's a long time. All right. Let's see here. Okay, so nothing really. So again, no migration rep. Server mails, we're going to give you a 1. Discord server, we have no idea. Server rules, no idea. Okay. Now let's go to server 25. All right, let me come back and take a look to see if... All right, let's take a look at voice channel chat here. S40. Let's see here. Kalari. Oh, what's up, Kalari? S40, yeah, we'll probably do S40 later. I believe we're only going up to, I want to say it's S28 we're going to go up to, or try to. Richard said, why no screen? Yeah, I will probably do it differently next time. We might just do something in the common room, so I can screen share. That might be, or what I should say is if I do another one of these analysis videos, and I am recording it, so players will be able to watch watch the recording if you want to see kind of what I'm visually doing. And I will also timestamp the videos. So if you want to go and look at a specific server that I cover, and you don't want to just watch the whole video to find it, I will have those listed as title cards. So people can kind of just fast forward to the specific ones, and you'll be able to see the visuals that I do. The reason I like doing doing it this way is because, one, people can still follow along on the spreadsheet, and then they can kind of hear me talk about it, and it also allows for me to be interactive with the players as well by doing it officially on the IK Discord. If I did it, the only other way I could do it is if I did it like on a YouTube stream or a Twitch stream, which we may, if these ever become a little bit bigger. Outside of that, I think doing it here on a stage channel at least will suffice for now. Okay, so we are in S25. We're going to put the date down that we are pulling data from. Okay, now let's look at the number of active alliances. Okay, so maybe we have 4 alliances, possibly. At least 2. Okay, at least 3. Okay, I'm going to go with 4 active alliances here. Alright, now let's do some data pool for numbers. I know this is always the one thing that takes arguably the most amount of time. Alright, so we got our top 5 power, 32411, and then 343. Awesome. Yeah, after this, I am going to have to do the rest of my most used talk skill videos for other immortals. I finally finished water, so I feel really happy about that, but there's still 4, if not at this point, going to be 5 other elements, just because Shadow is now becoming a little more viable. Awesome, so we finished our top 20, 487, 427, and then 129. Awesome, so let's take a look and see what our distribution split is between these. .66. Okay, so pretty low. Actually, not the lowest yet, but it's tied for second lowest, which is nice. Okay, now let's look at the top 5 Lord Power players here in S25. Okay. And then we have 111. Awesome. So 7.3 mil for the top. They come in at number 4, I think, right now, out of the 7 servers we've done so far. Okay. Now let's look at Kingdom Declarations and see if S25 has anything set up for there. So they're 170 days old exact. Oh, awesome. This server's full of history. Oh, this might be the best one so far. And memorable battles. Also cradle of some of the best players. We never hit tiles, and we do not allow bullies, but we love to fight. Okay. So what do we know right now? No tile hits. That's what we'll put so far. After months of Game of Thrones, the remaining players are working for a balanced server. And okay, that's pretty much it. All right, so I was hoping for more. I'm going to give them a 1 on the declaration. They did provide one server rule, but beyond that, nothing else that would have also still been relevant and nice to hear. Okay, now let's look at alliance declarations. Number 1 alliance, welcome, 100% red defenders, red cooperation. Okay, so basically nothing. Okay. Number 2, okay, fantastic. Oh my god, the best alliance board that we probably have seen so far after looking at 30 plus alliance boards across these servers, right? And the number 2 alliance here brought it home. I'm going to post this in the voice channel chat for anyone that wants to take a look at it. But this one is the best so far. So again, it says International Alliance with experienced players looking for active players to join our ranks. They have recruiters listed, which again, hopefully those are player names that you can type those in. They have a Discord listed, which I'm assuming is for their alliance. I don't know if it's for the server, but again, nice to see that it is. Now, because we are doing this in real time, we are actually going to type this in because we need to know if this is a server Discord or if it is an alliance Discord. If it's a server Discord, then we will add this to the spreadsheet to let them know. In addition, it says recruiters here, but we don't know if these are the migration reps or the server recruiters, right? These could just be alliance recruiters. So let's see here on their Discord. GSQ. Okay. So we joined. It says Fury of Rustlin. There's about 42, 43 people here. Okay. So awesome. But again, it looks like it's just an alliance Discord. So we're going to leave after testing that out. Okay. Would have been nice if it was a little more, but unfortunately it wasn't. Okay, but they also have requirements. They have a troop power. They have status for what they recommend, alliances, and any non-aggression packs. So again, their alliance board is probably the most complete out of all the alliances we've looked at so far. Now let's look at BLZ, the number 3 alliance here. Nothing. The number 4 alliance. Nothing. The number 5 alliance, they just have allies listed. Okay, so 1 out of the top 5 alliances had something of relevance. But none of the others did. So again, no consistency across. Again, I'm going to give them a 1. Okay, now let's look at server mails. Okay, so for mails, let's see when the last one. They posted a mail 45 days ago. Squirrels are not to be trusted. Keep your fingers out of the toaster. All right, solid. 56 days ago. Let's see here. Doesn't look like any relevant mails. Okay, yeah, so basically nothing relevant. So again, we don't have a migration rep. Server mails, we're going to give them a 1. Server Discord, they don't have one. The only thing that we know hard about the server for rules is no tile hits. That is it. Okay, now let's go to server 26. Ooh, S26 should be interesting. I think S26 is one of the power... Oh, why did I just go back to 18? Oopsies. Okay, let me come back here to voice channel. Let me see if anyone has a question or a hand raised here. All right. I think there was a few there. Let me see for voice channel. Okay. All right, so let's go to 26. I think 26 is... God, I can't remember. I can't remember who's in 26. I think that's Scuba Steve. I think 26 is Steve's server, if I remember correctly. Let's see. I think it is. Was I right? I'm not right. That's Ego's server. Okay. God, why did I think that was their server? Okay. So let's take a look here at the board for 26. We will go ahead and update, but I know they are a strong server. So, all right, let's see how many active alliances they have here in 26. So there is, let me see here, number 1, 2, 3, 114. All right, so these are pretty close to being full. Okay, number 4 drops a lot. Then we get a little bit more of a drop. 113. Okay, so it looks like maybe about 3. I don't know, maybe... Okay, let's look at faction power, because that's just not telling us enough. Okay, so it looks like three alliances are active. It looks like 1 blue, red, and so it looks like Holy, Ego, and NBA. So they have 3 active alliances here, which are coincidentally the top 3 before the big drop-off at 55 mil. So it goes 117, 106, 83 mil that round out our top 3. Okay, let's go ahead and do some quick data grabs here, which is always the funnest. And this should round us out at 8 servers. I think we're supposed to be going to 28 though, and I'm on 26. Let me see what my time is, because there's a chance we might cut it off short. I'm at an hour and a half already. Okay, so I think I'm going to cut this short and just do it up to server 26. Just because I want to have some sake of sanity for some of the other people that are viewing. So we'll do this as the last one, and then I'll take any final questions before we do wrap up, and that'll give me a chance to do some other content, which will be nice. Oh my gosh, oopsies. Okay, so this brings me to what? 417, 620. All right, that rounds out our top 5. Let's look at numbers 6 through 10 here in S26 for how they rate. All right, now we just have our last 5 alliances. This is 11 through 15. All right, that brings us to 578179. All right, awesome. Let's see what the distribution looks like here. .72. So, okay. All right, now let's look at the top 5 strongest players off Lord Power. Ooh, this one's probably going to be pretty high. They actually might be making a play here for having the strongest top 5 players out of this group. Okay, they're close. They're close. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look. So they round out at 8.56 mil. They actually come in number 3 for the 3 strongest servers out of this group of 8. Okay, now let's take a look at the Kingdom Declaration, and we'll look at a few last things, and then we will wrap this one up. Okay, so Kingdom Declarations, let's look at what S26 has sent, if anything. So last mail looks like a day ago. They say, so I am asking all who will not have the heart to fight this kill event, shield up and let us have a moment to sort everything out. God bless and good luck. Whoa! A moment to sort everything out that you're now telling people they need to shield up because you're going to go hard? Ooh, I don't know how that's going to come across to the people. Okay, another server mail a day ago says, Hello, server. I know most of you can see that Green Kingdom has lost their power. Do not quit the game. For those who are in Green Kingdom, hold on. We will be sorting out the future of the server. You have my word. No one will be left out in the wind. I'm going to be honest. I probably would have worded such a mail like that a lot differently. But okay. 5 days ago. Oh gosh. Okay, let's see here. Oh wow. So it looks like they migrated in here. The guy who's king now says, "We from Holy appreciate Server 26 for receiving us so kindly." Maybe they migrated in. But recently we've been worried with the server and especially our whale friends, so I have a message to our dear friends from Green. Don't need to wait to be beaten and burned. Okay, wow, interesting. Okay. Oh gosh. Interesting here. Wow. They are holding bachelor events on their server. It says, "Welcome to Roar's ROR's Bachelors." Excuse me. We have a stunning man who loves long walks on the beach, candlelight dinners, and much, much more. Wow. They're really trying to, like, Datapalooza this. Okay. Weird. This guy's giving away gift cards to, like, the first few people that message him. Wow. Interesting. But this was a while ago. Alright, doesn't look like there's anything useful in these server mails. It looks like jokes and trying to get people to date each other. Awesome. Okay. So that at least answers the question. Let's go. Oh, hang on. Did we even look at the Kingdom Declaration for this server? For 26? Yeah, no, there's nothing. Okay, so we're going to go 1. Oh, I didn't even look at Alliance Declarations, just so I can rule that out. Man, dude, looking at through servers is literally a hilarity of humor. Okay, number 1 Alliance. Okay, True Power Farm Allies. That's okay. High level PvP. Okay, nothing. Number 3 Alliance has some requirements, some true power information. Okay, they have family, some ally information. Number 5 Alliance. I mean, nothing really. So I'm just going to give them a 1 here. Migration rep, we don't know. Server mails, I'm going to give them a 1. Discord server Discord, we have no idea. Kingdom rules, we have no idea how they go about doing it. So that is going to round it out for today. Let me go ahead. I'm just going to come right back to the Discord. And again, I appreciate everyone who tuned in. I will allow a few more minutes here just before I do officially turn everything off. If anyone has a question and you'd like to type that in, right, if you're someone who hasn't asked a question yet, or if anyone wants to ask something, you're more than welcome to type that out in the voice channel chat. Please feel free. If you have something you'd like to ask, or again, raise a hand if you're someone who has not had a chance to ask a question or be called on before, you're more than welcome to. Again, I'll wait just another minute or two in case anyone does want to ask something, and then we will end this week's show of us covering 8 servers, which I thought actually was really good after we were able to do some fine-tuned touches to the spreadsheet. I think we have a really good format right now for how we're looking. Okay, Well, it doesn't look like there's any other questions at the moment. But again, I appreciate everyone tuning in. I know this week's session was a little different than what we're used to doing. Again, next week will most likely just be kind of a standard topic that we'll discuss and interact with. If we ever do another kind of analysis type style session, I'll most likely try and do a live stream, whether it be on YouTube, Discord, or maybe maybe doing like the Facebook Live if we did something there on the IK Facebook. I know that's something that they've hinted at us maybe being able to have a chance of doing in the future. So again, a couple options that we can do going forward. But that is going to be it for me. As always, I appreciate everyone tuning in. I hope you all have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, no matter where you are. And I'm going to go ahead and end the show now. Take care.